Ta-da!
What is up, Chubbs? What is happening, my Damie?
What a time.
It is your girl, your favorite Chubbette here. So we about to go back to Judge Vonda B's courtroom. So we're going to get into it. This video comes from 3 years ago, and this video is called Entitled Mom. So we're going to get into that. If you have any suggestions you want me to react to, feel free to leave them in the comment section or go to my Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll check it out from there. And I'll leave a link to the video in the description box if you want to check it out in its entirety. And it is always free 99 if you want to subscribe to your girl, turn your notifications on, like this video, and as always, I appreciate you. So I ain't gonna hold you. So without further ado, let's get into it.
All rise. Support court with Judge Vonda B is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1061, Lopez case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Ms. Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Judge, I have a really great daughter. However, we have a kind of a bad situation. My daughter seems to be so busy sometimes that I think she knows she's a mom, but she kind of has other responsibilities that she's kind of putting in the forefront of everything. And so it's the last 2 years, it's kind of gotten difficult for me.
Before her
we
kids?
have one
Or-
baby girl. Her name
Okay,
is London, and she's almost 2. And my daughter is trying to go to college, work, be a mom, and everything else that she wants to be. And so it's just gotten to a point where it's kind of ridiculous because I need some assistance financially, and unfortunately, I'm not getting it.
Okay. All right. And
So you have her kid?
do you pay health insurance for the child?
She is on Medicaid right now because we qualify for Medicaid.
All right. Okay. Anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
That's pretty much the brunt of it. So I'll let her speak her piece and see if we can maybe find a resolution today.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So I am a full-time student, college student.
Okay.
So I'm spending most of my times, at nights going to school. But on top of that, I also work for the university during the day.
What do you do?
I'm actually an intern, full-time intern for the psychology program. And so,
Is that a paid position?
yes, it is.
How much are you paid?
Well, I just got a promotion.
That's
to
good.
50,000.
Okay.
Yeah. I just feel like
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. Some of y'all don't think about your life when you have children, that they are implemented in your plans. Think about that before you go hunching, okay? She literally's like, well, I go to school and I have a full-time job, and she said that's like she don't have any kids, like she don't have a child. Think about all these plans before you go hunching on somebody with no raincoat, okay?
I work, all day. I go to school at nights. I don't come home.
Congratulations. We all work all day.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I don't get home until like midnight, and I don't really see why it's a problem that my mother, the grandmother of my child, has to.
Well, because I'm not the one that got pregnant on prom night. You wouldn't be having this problem.
Okay.
That wasn't my decision.
Okay, but you're my mother, right? So
I had
you
one
always said
child.
you wanted a grandchild,
I
didn't
had
you?
one child. Yes, I wanted a grandchild, but it would have been nice if you would have got married first and had someone to share the responsibility with, not me.
Where's the
I
daddy?
can't do it by myself though.
You're not
trying
doing
to
it by
use-
yourself.
I'm trying to use that money, right? So that way I can pay for my tuition for college.
Well, I can appreciate that, honey, but you know what? Your main responsibility is being a mom.
I agree with your mom.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your child, and you said something very key while you were talking. You said grandmother.
Right.
You're her child. She raised you. It is not her responsibility to raise your child.
No, ma'am.
It is your responsibility.
I just feel like I don't really have to owe her anything.
You don't feel like you should pay your mother? If your daughter were going to daycare, you would be paying the daycare, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel like they should be paid?
Yes.
They're taking care of your child, looking after your child, changing diapers, feedings. They should be paid, right?
Right.
Your mother is doing everything I just named, correct?
Yes.
So it logically follows that she should be paid too, right?
Yeah.
So what's your issue?
Well, she uses her money for the school loans, and I can appreciate that she doesn't want to have school debt.
Right.
But
Yeah,
now
that's a
that
good
she's
thing.
making more money, she's going to have to give me a little bit of that. They live with me. The house is paid. We don't have that bill. So I know she wants to be responsible and not have any debt, but mommy doesn't need to be having no debt and worried about diapers and all that too. And she does try to help, but it's just not enough. And now that she's got a promotion, I feel like she needs to take a little bit more responsibility. I've done everything I can, sweetie.
You know that I'm a double major, right?
I know that, sweetheart.
I don't give a damn if you're a triple major. You sat up there and hunched on prom night and got pregnant. And you talking about all these responsibilities. Meanwhile, I didn't even hear you say, yeah, well, my child is input the child into my plans. You literally, now I'm mad because you literally, you got family help. You don't pay rent. You don't do none of that. Your mother is taking care of your child, and you talking about you can't give her no money because that's your mom. She wanted to be a grandma. Not on prom night. She didn't expect that one. And yeah, like I said, anything you do with a child, the child has to be input in your plans. Basically, point blank, period.
But like I said,
I can't afford
London
to
is
do that.
important too.
I know she is. That's why I leave her with you.
Well, just like I did a good job with raising
I
you.
leave her with you, and you leave your child with your mother and do not believe that your mother should receive some sort of financial assistance.
I feel like I give something back by being in school. Once I do get that education.
What are you
that
giving
degree,
back by being in school?
I'm giving her.
What are your plans after school?
Well, I'm majoring also in psychology, so
Okay.
I planned on opening my own clinic, doing a clinical psychologist, and then from there I could, take care of my own daughter by then.
Oh, I know I'm pausing a little too much, but this girl's getting on my nerves. I have a friend who's been in school for psychology for 10 years. 10 plus years. No breaks. 10 years. You expect your damn mom to take care of your daughter until she's a tween? What the fuck are we doing here? Like, the reality button is not here. It's not here. And I see a lot of these kids just throw the kids to the parents and want to live their life as if they didn't have any children. This is insane. You want your mother to take care of your daughter until she's a tween. And then probably at that point, your damn daughter probably ain't gonna want to go with you anyway. Insane.
And just right now, I need
And
some
move
assistance. Yeah, move out.
And your mom still takes care of the baby?
No, I could take care of the baby by then. I just
She's
need
not
a
a
little bit of
baby
help.
then.
You
and
can take care
assistance.
of the baby by yourself now.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that.
So I'm still not hearing what your issue is.
My issue is just,
Because she's your mom, you don't believe you need to pay her something.
that's what I thought.
Because if you think about it, you really don't live there. You just going to sleep.
Showers.
Mom is
sleeping,
taking
shit.
care of the baby. You'd agree with me, right? If you're coming in at midnight, the baby is with your mom all day. You're literally coming to the house, not seeing the baby, because if it's at midnight, the baby is asleep, I'm assuming.
Right.
And you're going right back out
I
to go
tuck
to
her
school
in.
and work.
I tuck her in.
She's already tucked in, so you just pull the covers over a little higher?
I give
That's
her
what you do?
Good
Sometimes she
night.
wakes her up, Judge, and just to play
You
with her for a
wake
little
up the
while.
baby
I
at
mean,
midnight?
just so I can give her a kiss, read her little stories, so that way there is some sort of bonding between us, since I do work, all night long and go to school and all that.
Oh, well, that's nice. But what's going to be nicer is you're going to give your mother some of that money for taking care of your child, because she is footing the bill. She's taking care of everything. And if you think about it, technically you're not even living with her. You're only staying there at night for a couple of hours. And the baby is with your mom. And I'm assuming this happens on the weekends too?
No, on the weekends she does stay home, and she does help. And like I said, she doesn't like that. She's not like that girl that goes clubbing and stuff. She does take that responsibility serious.
Yes.
It's just her job and school, and now she's going to work full time. Now she's going to be working more with the promotion.
Right, because I got that promotion.
That kind of leaves us with a little extra money and no time, because we hardly had any time now. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like now that she's going full time.
Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start your child support so you can at least give mom some sort of assistance. Now, at the time that you move out of the house and you have the child on your own 100%, mom is not babysitting. Mom is not even babysitting. The child is living with your mom.
Okay.
If the child is no longer living with your mom, your daughter is with you 100% of the time, then you can come back and see me to stop child support at that time.
Okay.
But until that happens, mom is going to receive some sort of financial break, essentially,
Right.
until that time happens. So it's going to be based off your income, and you just said that you make $50,000 a year now. So at $50,000 a year, that brings your gross to $4,167. Your net is $3,516.78. There is a reimbursement to Medicaid. Now, you are working full time. You have access to health insurance now?
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how much it'll cost?
I actually don't know. I don't know.
Okay, this is what we're going to do, because Medicaid reimbursement is about $375. That's based on 9% of your gross.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure your health insurance is cheaper than that for your daughter only. So what I'll do is order you to be responsible for that health insurance and give you a credit of $100 towards the health insurance, okay?
Okay.
So that'll make your monthly child support obligation $803 to your mother.
Sorry, baby. You got to learn.
Okay.
Any questions? No? No questions?
Thank you, Judge. Thank you.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's the end of that video. If you have any suggestions you want me to react to, feel free to leave in the comment section or go to my Instagram, send me a DM, and I'll check it out from there. And that is it. And I don't have to tell you what you need to do. I put it at the bottom of the screen. And if you stay to the end, thank you for coming around my way.
Sarate.